Terrorism has left unforgettable scars on history, with certain attacks so devastating that their shockwaves were felt across the world. In today's countdown, we're diving deep into the top 5 deadliest terrorist attacks in modern history. Each attack on this list caused immeasurable loss and changed the course of history, some even sparking global security reforms. Who do you think might top this list? I'll give you a hint. It was a day when the world watched in horror as a nation's symbols of power fell. At number 5, we have the tragic Air India Flight 182 bombing, orchestrated by Sikh militants. This attack occurred on June 23, 1985, when a bomb exploded on board, causing the plane to break apart mid-air over Irish waters. 329 lives were lost, many of whom were Canadian citizens. The perpetrators were motivated by retaliation against the Indian government after its assault on the Golden Temple in Amritsar in 1984, a major Sikh religious site. The mastermind behind this bombing was Talvinder Singh Parmar, a Sikh militant based in Canada. This attack not only exposed the reach of terrorism, but also led to a global overhaul in aviation security, particularly in baggage screening and international counter-terrorism collaboration. The incident remains one of Canada's largest losses of civilian life in a single event and continues to influence Canada-India relations to this day. Number 4 brings us to Beslan, Russia, where a school siege turned into one of the most brutal hostage crises in modern history. On September 1, 2004, Islamic militants, primarily from Chechnya, stormed School Number 1 in Beslan, taking over 1,100 people hostage, most of them children and parents. For 3 days, hostages were held in the gymnasium without food or water, surrounded by explosives. On the 3rd day, chaos erupted as Russian security forces launched a rescue operation. Tragically, it resulted in the death of 385 people, including 186 children. In the aftermath, Russia intensified its military operations in Chechnya and strengthened security protocols, particularly in schools. The attack shocked the world, casting a harsh light on the ongoing Chechen conflict and raising questions about Russian counterterrorism tactics. Today, Beslan remains a somber symbol of how political and religious extremism can devastate even the most innocent. At number 3, we go back to August 20, 1978, in Abadan, Iran, where the Cinema Rex fire claimed the lives of 422 people. This was a pivotal event, not only for its scale, but for the societal unrest it ignited. On that night, Islamic militants locked the doors of Cinema Rex, setting the building on fire with the audience trapped inside. The horrific event added to the already mounting dissatisfaction with the Shah's government and fanned the flames of revolution. Some even believed that the Shah's secret police were behind the attack to demonize Islamists, while others placed the blame on Islamic militants aiming to rally anti-Shah sentiment. This attack had profound consequences, becoming a catalyst for the Iranian Revolution that would reshape Iran's future and alter its role on the global stage. Coming in at number 2, we have the Al-Qataniyah and Al-Adnaniyah bombings in Iraq. On August 14, 2007, coordinated car bombs ripped through these 2 Yazidi villages, killing 520 people. The attack was carried out by Islamic militants who targeted the Yazidi population due to their religious beliefs, viewing them as infidels. This series of bombings was among the deadliest attacks in Iraq's turbulent history, leaving behind mass destruction and igniting a renewed wave of sectarian violence. The bombings devastated the local Yazidi community, marking them as a targeted minority in Iraq and drawing global attention to their plight. This brutal attack, both strategically and symbolically devastating, underscored the ongoing sectarian divides in the region and served as a grim reminder of the persecution Yazidis would continue to face. Finally, the deadliest terrorist attack in modern history, on September 11, 2001. 2,993 people lost their lives in a series of meticulously planned attacks by the Al-Qaeda terrorist group. The world stood in shock as hijacked planes were flown into the World Trade Center towers in New York City and the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., with a fourth plane, United Airlines Flight 93, crashing into a field in Pennsylvania after passengers fought back. This attack was not just a tragedy, but a turning point. The destruction of the Twin Towers, a symbol of American economic power, and the attack on the Pentagon, a symbol of military might, sent shockwaves around the globe. It led to the U.S. War on Terror, the invasion of Afghanistan, and major shifts in U.S. foreign policy and global counterterrorism efforts. The memory of 9/11s continues to impact American society and serves as a somber reminder of the global threat posed by terrorism. It is a day etched into history, and the scars it left are still healing. These attacks were not just numbers or statistics. Each was a devastating loss, forever altering the lives of the victims' families and communities. By remembering these events, we honor those who were lost and acknowledge the importance of vigilance against hate-fueled violence. Let us know in the comments which of these events shocked you the most, and remember to subscribe for more in-depth stories from history.